don't become what you want. You become where your habits take you.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
There's certain things you want out of life. You want the finest things, but you're not willing to work for them. You cry about, you don't get this.
Entering the ChakaVerse, Chaka Crypto. Welcome to the ChakaVerse. He all speaking Chaka facts, I'm out speaking Chaka words. We all making Chaka raps, we call this the ChakaVerse. No, I can't help you cop the bag, but I can help you do research. So come and join the Chaka pack, explore the Chaka universe.
What is going on? I am Chaka Crypto. This is the ChakaVerse, where we cover crypto news, NFTs, the metaverse, and everything in between. And we got the Fluffle fam back in the house. The Battle Bunnies NFTs back here to give some updates. And I got them in the back in the green room. Let me pull them up right now. Hello. Fluffle fam. 3 times fast. Fluffle flam. Fluffle flam. Flam. All right, let me say what's up to the chat really quick. We got Aaron in the chat saying, "What's up, everyone?" Battle Bunnies.
What's up, Aaron?
Appreciate all the chat showing up. Joseph saying, "Excited for the return of one of my favorite interviews with Chaka and the Battle Bunnies. Let's go, Fluffle fam." I love it. Seth's saying, "Let's go." Appreciate you guys all being here, all showing up, showing love.
That was just me. Responding.
Appreciate you being here too. Anthony, Battle Bunnies are always fun to hear from.
He just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations! I got 4. My oldest, 23, getting ready to come back from Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look good, sir. You look good.
41, still kicking.
Yeah.
Seth saying Vikings till Valhalla. So how's everything been? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been amazing. I mean, it feels like that's an understatement.
You guys have been busy. I see on your Twitter's always blowing up. I love that you guys post, if not every day, almost multiple times a day. That's really good. That's really good that you guys post a lot and keep everybody up to date.
Yeah. We have a lot to say.
Yeah. Mike, you weren't here last time. Do you mind giving an introduction to everybody?
Yeah, of course. Glad to be here, man. Thanks for putting this together again. It's always awesome to chat with you, dude. So, I jumped onto this project with as part of Team Food Fight Studios, and together we just basically banged our heads together, swam into the deep end, and trying to build something really special here. It's sometimes a mission to pull the storyline out of Frank and Krista's head. But I think we do great work together. We've built something really fun, really special. More importantly, built a community that absolutely is, you can't even imagine you can't ask for a better group of people to be associated with what you're trying to build. And it's really, I think when you put everything together, that's really the crux of it all. So my role in this, I'm more of, the behind the scene ops guy. I call myself the engine under the hood. I mean, everybody likes the nice shiny Ferrari, but nobody knows how it runs. I'm the guy that, tries to figure out how to make it work. So, do a lot on the dev side with the contracts, a lot on the metadata, just trying to figure out different ways and how we can push the boundaries on some of these smart contracts and really make it a more interactive experience for the community as a whole.
That's awesome, man. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the ChakaVerse. Is that a first baby's picture in the background right there?
Yeah, that was my first. That was she's 3 years old now, so born on Christmas Eve of all things too. So,
oh man,
and her brother was born 2 months ago.
Oh, congrats, man! I wish I would have blown up our pictures like that. We have the small ones. That's cool.
Nice, thanks.
So, where would you guys like to get started? What kind of updates do we have today?
The book.
You want to start with the book, or you want to start with the book? Okay.
Yes. So our novel just launched on Amazon. There's 2 available versions right now. So you can get the ebook, which is the Kindle version.
Mike's got the hardcover right there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So on Amazon we have the ebook. It's only $2.99. We made it as cheap as possible. So that is available right now. And you don't need a Kindle. There's a free app you download. So it'll be a digital version of the book. You'll own it forever. And then you can also pre-order the paperback on Amazon. I believe that's $12, and that will ship to you on May 3rd or 4th. So 1 month from now. We also have on our website, we have limited edition copies. So this is super special. We have 100 hardcovers. They are signed by the team and various characters from the book. You get a certificate of authenticity trading card with the book. It's also numbered and signed. So these are like your first edition limited copies. Those are $75 for the hardcover, and then we also have 200 paperback limited copies. So those are $40 for the paperback.
Nice. Who are they signed by? Everybody?
So they're signed essentially by the authors, right, in the team, like me, Krista, as ourselves. We signed me, Krista, John, and Greg Larson, right, who's in our Discord, but also the main author behind all of it, who took everything and really brought it to life. So that's what they're signed by. But then on the other page, there's actually character signatures, right? Because what makes this novel so special, and what a lot of people don't realize, I believe this is like the first NFT co-created novel to be released in the space. It is a full-blown novel, and almost every character in this book is actually one of our community members. Like you saw Laura before she posted a comment. That's Miss Firefly in the Discord, and Miss Firefly is in the book. She looks over the Valkyrie village. She rules the Valkyries right now. And she's a character in this book, right? So Miss Firefly's signature as Miss Firefly is actually in some of the collector edition copies. Narf the Mad's one of the characters, Queen Christakins, right? So those signatures actually are randomly placed in certain books, and some of the collector editions have multiple, like Mike is Jackbeard. That character was based on Mike, right? He also leads the pirates in the Battle Bunnies world and all of that, and he's one of the main characters. And so like some of those books have Jackbeard's signature, and the idea behind that was that and when we all meet each other in real life, like in Richmond, we'll all be together, we'll be able to collect other actual character signatures in the books, kind of like Mickey Mouse had his own signature, right? And Disney, all those characters. Well, you get to collect these character signatures. So those are kind of really special in the book too, so that's in there.
That is cool. And the ebook is what, $2.99?
Yep. And we did that.
That's a heck of a deal, huh?
Yeah, we did it just to get it out there, right?
Yeah.
Just to get it out there, get reviews. We want people to read this story. It's such an amazing adventure tale.
Cool, man. That is awesome. So grab a copy. You got the Genesis collections. This is now the storyline is on the Genesis collection.
No. So our Genesis collection is the Spartans. So that's the 300 Spartans.
That's right.
Series 1 goes with the story of the novel, which is all of the bunnies, the soon-to-be dragons, which we'll be getting into now, all of that. So Series 1 NFT collection follows the novel. The novel has everyone in it. So it has the Spartans and the Vikings and the Valkyries. It follows Hoplite, which you can see right there. That's Hoplite in the little helmet. He is the unlikely hero. You know, he's like just a little smarter, and he goes on quite a journey.
That's awesome. And it looks like we got more Vikings in the chat than anything. We have there's a Spartan.
Yep.
That's right. Viking strong, my friend. Everybody representing their different classes in the Battle Bunnies world. But it really is such an awesome, it's a great book for kids. It's a great story for kids. It's also an Audible, right? So we have this wonderful actress, Alec Picard. She does the reading, and she does the character voices and like all the inflections and everything. So right now you can listen to chapter 1 on the Battle Bunnies website, and the Audible will be available real soon on Amazon and Spotify and all of that. And it's another amazing way to just listen to the story. And it really is like a family-friendly adventure.
I dropped the link in the chat, Chaka, to the book. So
okay.
the website. Let's see. So there it is. So
Right
you
there.
can click the drop down and you can click which one you want. And then if you go under the project and you go to the novel, so right there you can listen to chapter 1 for free, and you can also put your email in right there, and we will email you a link to the audiobook for free, and that's not going to be there forever. The
Nice.
audio version is really, really good.
That's awesome. And I'll leave this down in the description box below. So if anybody is watching this as a recording, they can just scroll right down and maybe it'll be there, because it's probably, he says it's not going to be there long. So
Yeah.
maybe it'll be there.
Yeah, so that's the next step. It's going to be released as an Audible version on Audible through Amazon. It's going to be also on Spotify.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You
guys have been really busy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so that was just a huge milestone for us that came out, leading up to the big event that's coming, which is our Dragon Egg Mint. But to finally hold this book in our hands, and after all this work and building this story, and just the community coming together and really becoming characters in this world and helping us create this, to actually see this all come to life is still surreal, man. And like listening to it, we're reading it, it's just still like it just still doesn't seem real yet. But
How many times have you guys heard the Audible book? I mean, have you played it back and just was like, wow, and then play it again, just like, man.
Yeah, we actually listened to it in the Discord with everyone over the course of 4 weeks.
So we had a story
time event.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like, I actually teared up at the end because the ending is intense and amazing. So it's really good. And I'm not a big reader. I really loved Harry Potter. That was probably the most reading I've ever done. And this one definitely reads like Harry Potter. So if you liked Harry Potter, that style, you'll definitely like this one.
It's like a Lord of the Ring adventure that reads like Harry Potter level, like that kind of read.
Yeah, so it's great for kids. Kids would really dig it. Maybe if they're too young, they might not get it, but definitely great for kids. And everything we do is family friendly. So.
And I got a family road trip coming up soon next week sometime. If I can, the Audible book would be a great way to everybody just chill.
Yeah.
Instead of listening to their music, man. That's a whole nother channel.
If you do, I'd love to know what you think and what they think. That would be awesome. We always love hearing feedback. And now we're building up for book 2, essentially, right? Our community has grown so much. Series 1 collection is coming to a close, which, like we said, went along with book 1, right? So when Series 2 is now going to kind of go along with book 2 as we build all of that and do that.
Yeah, so this is one of our major utilities behind our NFTs, is that you're able to name your bunnies. You're able to, write their backstories as deep as you want to go with that. And, we give all of that over to the writing team. And then, they try to fit in as many as they can into the story. So, even if you're coming in now or later, whatever, you have the ability to get into these books as a character and, be actually published in a novel. I think it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. That is really cool. And Disco LBC, Chaka is in the Fluffle fam. Are you? I have not got an NFT yet, but I will. I will.
He's still in the Fluffle, Disco. He's still part of the Fluffle. He's in the Disco with us. He's fan now.
Yeah, once I get it, I'm blasting it everywhere. And then if we're listening to that Audible book on that road trip, I'll make a video of it.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Awesome, I would love that. And if you look, you can see in the picture on the screen there, like the canvas print all the way on the right, that's Sonia and Milo. Those are characters in the novel, right? Main characters. Hoplites on the cover, and then the back there where the canvas of Hoplite is, Then the character next to him is Narf the Mad. So like that was the character artwork that we did for the book and like the environment. So you kind of get to see the art on another level, right? Like the character design of everything on a different level versus like how series 1 is like the first version of the bunnies and we evolved them to like, so
beyond the NFTs.
Beyond the NFT, so it's like they're more animated, right? And now you can see like the emotion stuff, and that's what like the animated characters would look like in a series or movie.
That's cool. What was the voice actor's name? He said Picard.
Alex Picard.
Alex Picard. Does she do all the different characters?
Yes. She does the whole reading, and then she does the voices
awesome
for the characters, and she's awesome. She's really big in the Audible world and stuff, so we're kind of lucky to get her to do the reading for us and the Audible for us.
Oh, that's great, man. Let's go, Chuck. Get that bunny. I'll get that bunny.
She's already on board for the next one. She really had a lot of fun with it because she said most audibles that she does, she's not able to really act and be different characters. So she really loved doing this. She had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, that's cool.
And then John said right at the end, she was a little upset because she's like, well, I want to know what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Because it just kind of leaves you on this massive cliffhanger. And it's like, how do you leave me like that? Like,
Yeah, she was trying to get alpha out of John to know what happens next.
Trying to get that inside info. Yeah.
But that's one of the really cool, unique parts about the way that this thing is written, right? So, I mean, you gotta think about how much has been developed in such a short period of time. I mean, it feels like it's been forever, but I mean, March 26th was our 1-year anniversary from dropping the Spartan collection, right? So, I mean, in that timeline, we were able to build out this whole story. I mean, you look at everything you see in front of you on that table, but then really start linking the story to all these various tangents that's associated with the project, right? So, I mean, I think Krista, you posted a timeline of just all the various things that were accomplished in only a year's timeline. But when we started to really get into the weeds on the story creation and the character development and all these various components, we learned very quickly that whatever we planned on doing with the NFT drops were going to be complementary to the overall lore, right? The storyline behind the entire world. And, the more people that get immersed into that storyline, the more creative everything becomes. And, like there's sections on our Discord, for example, where people can actually write backstories of their NFTs, right? They're characters in the world, whether they make it into the novel or not, they still exist, right? Mm-hmm. So like this is an opportunity, a unique opportunity to actually immerse yourself and your creative skills into that world. And, look, there's AI tools, there's the team can help out, iron out some of the details. The foundational components of the world are in place. And now it's literally the community that's coming together and just filling in all the gaps in the world.
Wow, man, that's great to hear. You guys are it's a fun and this was the only Discord that I've joined in. I have joined a lot of Discords, and I believe this was the only one that you have to level up. You have to go through those quests and do those quests before you enter the Discord. So you already start off, you're having fun, and that honestly, I was like, this is cool. This is pretty neat, and that's right off the bat. That's what you're getting when you join the Discord. I thought that was a good job. Good job. That was fun. Chaka Crypto in the house. What's going on, man? Appreciate you showing up. Seth saying, get that buddy. I met Chaka is in the fluffle. Are you? Oh, okay. Forgot that combo.
We love disco, man. Disco is epic.
Got some sexy merch on the table. Yeah, looks really cool. I thought that was a cardboard cutout in the back, but it's the tablecloth, I believe.
Yes, the tablecloth, and there's the big banner, right? Yep, we got 2 big Battle Bunnies tablecloths. So those are all canvas prints. What we don't have on there is all the collector enamel pins of all the characters and the dragons that we just got. So that's on the website now too. So we made those. But yeah, that's all a bunch of Battle Bunnies merch and stuff.
And you said dragons. So dragons was the next, your guys' one of the newest things that's happened in the Fluffle fam.
Yep.
Fluffle fam.
The Fluffle.
I keep saying Fluffle.
So going with the book, there are dragons in our world. They have a special bond with the Valkyries. I don't want to ruin the book and the story, but dragons are coming next week into the Series 1 NFT collection. So we are minting a week from today. Our holders will get a little early access. But yeah, that's our next one, and tons of utility. You know, this will be the second time that we're bringing in a character into our NFTs that's not a bunny. So really excited. Mike has done a lot of really cool stuff with this one, where you will actually mint a dragon egg and it will hatch at some random time. So we're going to be hatching dragons for like 2 months.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So
each one's gonna have its own unique birthday. I mean, like this is one of the more next level drops that I've seen. I'm pretty well immersed into the space. There's no staking required. You're not losing. You're not, giving your NFT into some platform. Like everything remains on chain. Everything is adjusted on chain, and we're literally getting together every week and having a birthday party. And those birthday parties will reveal which dragons are hatching at any given time. But the cool part is that we don't even know which ones are going to hatch. We're going to pull the list in real time, right? So there's going to be 3 phases of this hatch that commence. There's going to be a baby phase, a mature phase, and an elder phase, right? And then whichever ones, I guess, make it through the baby phase are going to end up with, I don't want to call it more rare, but like a definitely less quantity in the mature. And the ones that make it through that phase are going to end up into the elder. So it's a very interactive, very engaging reveal party that's going to take place over the next couple months. It's going to be really fun.
Oh, pins. I thought writing pins.
Pins like the enamel pin. Yeah, you could see them in the back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Link, you can look at them.
Yeah, I just caught that when Laura said the pins are awesome. I put them on my bag, and I was thinking, the pins.
Yeah.
FJ Crypto says you guys got to do something special for Easter.
Yeah, we are. We're releasing the
You already are.
that's it. Dragon eggs instead of little chicken
Tons
eggs.
of eggs.
Dragon eggs. The day after Easter, it begins.
Let me pull up this tweet really quick. This is you sent the pins right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So there they are. So those are
nice.
the character pins, right? You get Sonya Hoplite, and then there's 3 dragon pins that are coming. Those are 3
So 2 of those dragons are the light dragons. So this is actually phase 1 of the dragons. There will be a dark dragon mint later on. So we're starting with the light dragons now.
Oh, okay. I like that the darker color one with the green spot.
Yeah, that's the dark dragon.
That's one of the dark
That's the
dragon
dark
babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dark in the sense that the light dragons, or just let's say dragons, right? Those are the ones that are in the bunny's world and all of that. And the dark tainted dragons, they come into play. And like I said, we're not giving up the story. You gotta read
Part of the story.
You gotta listen to the story. So that's kind of like a preface or like an Easter egg to what's coming with the dark dragons, and that will be the next and final mint sub collection that will close out the series 1, close out book 1, and then we will move on to series 2, book 2, and all of that.
Nice. And did you say Roach? Was that the name? Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
I hope I didn't say Roach. I don't like Roach.
Okay, I thought you said Roach. I was like, oh, is that the dragon's name?
No, yeah, but you have breed names and stuff and you can name your dragon. That's another thing, right? Your dragon hatches, you can name your dragon. Give them a little story, like all of that. That's part of it.
Wow.
Yeah, we want everyone to put their personality into this. We want you to be a part of everything. This is really, we couldn't do any of this without everyone. And so, we throw all of it out there for you, and then you decide what you want to do with it. You can just name them. You can give them a personality. You can give them your own personality or make it up, whatever you want to do. But, you become part of the world and the story.
Yeah, that's really cool. That is really cool. I love the way you guys everybody's just interactive.
Yeah.
So those are. So there's 5 lands right now in the book and in the that everybody's familiar with, and so each land has its own eggs that will be coming. So these are
Those
the
will be in
eggs.
the mint.
Yep, those will be in the mint. Those are from the Crags of Croy. And then
So
there's
it's all gonna have a lot. So depending on where your egg is from, right? So those eggs are from the Crags of Croy. So that's why they look like that. They look like the crags, the mountains, because the eggs are from that land. So they have the traits of the land, literally how the eggs were formed, right? And so when you get a Crags of Croy egg, you'll have that pirate icon on the egg. So you'll know, okay, this is a pirate egg. Now, you could hatch any kind of dragon out of there, but the dragons themselves will also have an origin. So you could hatch a dragon from Snowflake Valley out of that Crags of Croy egg, or you could actually hatch a breed that's from that land out of that egg. And all of that's going to have more to it later on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like how you just left it like that. There's
the
more
art lives
later.
too, right? So like the one thing that we wanted to make sure, I mean, the art behind these eggs, there was clearly a lot of effort that went into that. And if the eggs hatch and they turn into dragons, you lose the egg. So we've actually decided to keep the egg a part of the artwork. And from a game mechanic, all the points and rarities and scoring that's allocated with the eggs get compounded with whatever comes as the dragon. So this is the dynamic metadata that we're going to be implementing within this sub collection that's going to make this, that's going to really blow this out of the water. So bottom line is you can end up with a baby dragon that theoretically has a higher score than an elder dragon, right? So just based around the attributes, based around different components that happen based around whenever and wherever it hatches. If it's the same breed associated with the same land and the same egg, that has higher point values that'll get tacked onto the NFT score.
Oh, okay, nice. And you said game. Is this the game in Discord?
No, this is future gaming. So
Future gaming.
we have the TCG in progress right now, the trading card game. So this is more of that. The Discord game we have now is like a reward system for our community, and it follows the story and all of that. But this is like the bigger scale game.
right. So so there was another big thing that just also happened, right? Right after the release of the book, we began phase 2 playtesting of the Battle Bunnies TCG, which we do live in the Discord, so everybody's able to actually watch and see this like come to life. And once again, a lot of the cards in the decks are actually characters from the book who are characters from the community. So like they are now becoming playable cards in the Battle Bunnies TCG that's coming to life. And they're helping create this game, right? The whole team behind the whole TCG team is actually community members. And more are joining because they love TCGs, they love all that stuff and want to be a part of it. So it's become this event where we do play testing live and everybody really gets to see this new phase and how everything's coming to life. So that's another big thing we're going to be releasing is a full-blown Battle Bunnies TCG, which goes with the novel, goes with the story, the lore of the land, characters from our community, and just once again, we're growing that in so many different, avenues of stuff.
That's great. Disco's saying, I love that background behind Frank, watching it get paid. Oh, that's one that you did one of the live...
Yes.
One of the live paintings.
And I did this as a little Easter egg. I put it here. I switched my background from last time because this is a background that one of the, you could possibly get in the mint and we'll have a baby dragon on, or an elder dragon or a mature dragon, but these are one of the painted backgrounds that are in the mint.
Oh, nice.
So, yep, and I did this one live. We do a lot live of the drawings so people get to see them.
Oh, you're still doing the live?
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
always. Great.
Always.
Awesome.
Because we have so much to do.
We'll never stop.
Yeah, drink and draw Friday. I've been meaning to stop by for a drink and draw Friday. I don't have Fridays off work. My schedule's a little bit different. But can you want to talk about drink and draw?
Night. I don't know if you work at night, but it's
I work nights. I work 10 o'clock. I actually work 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 in the morning. I work 16-hour days.
Oh my!
Yeah, so I'm a little busy on Friday, Saturday.
Never gonna make it then. You gotta call in sick one night.
Hey, I got a couple weeks vacation coming up, so
Just come hang out. Yes. But yeah, Friday nights we do it. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, and everybody comes in. We hang out in the Discord. They drink. I draw. That's how it goes down. And so pretty much I'm always working on whether it's stuff for the collection, stuff for the world, characters for the book, like whatever it is, it's always tied to the Battle Bunnies, and they get to like be a part of just seeing the artwork come to life. They get sneak peeks of things that might be in the collection. It's like since we're always creating everything for this, right? And we draw everything ourselves. We create everything for this world and project ourselves. So we're always working on it, and that's a time that people get to come hang out and see it, give their input. So a lot of times they'll give us ideas or say, what about this or that? And then we try to make it happen and just draw it in there and create it or make it a part of the world.
That's awesome. Sounds like a blast, man. Definitely be checking that out on my vacation because I
Yes.
go to work Fridays.
Need a vacation, man. We all need a vacation.
Yeah. So free collector's cards. This was another tweet you guys had.
Yeah, so we have around 6 utilities for these dragons and the eggs. So one of them is the birthday gifts that you saw before. So every time your dragons hatch, you have the option of getting birthday gifts, which is merch, but also some secret stuff that nobody knows about. Another utility is this. So every single dragon, whether you got it for free, Valkyrie holders, Spartan holders, or you mint it next week, gets a collector card of your dragon. So we are going to be making a lot of these, printing them out and shipping them to the holders. If you are one of the lucky few to get an unhatchable egg, which means it never hatches, you go through the whole 8 weeks of hatching and you still have an egg. It is an unhatchable, and those cards will be holographic, but they'll also be sealed in acrylic. Like
we did our Spartan cards.
Like this.
Let me see. Oh, wow.
So we had these made, and you can't get into these. You'd have to break it.
That's
So
really
the
cool.
untouchables will be like this.
That's like a mega case there. That's
Yes.
I used to have. That's something I used to keep my baseball cards in. I still do,
Yeah.
actually.
Yep.
Exactly.
Cool.
And so what she just said, that was when we after we minted out the Genesis collection, we made 300 to match the 300 NFTs. We turned each one into their own collector card with their stats and all of that stuff. Had them all, so we signed them all,
Yeah,
sealed
this
them
is
up,
my
and sent them out to the holders. So that was one of the utilities that came with the Genesis.
That's really cool.
And so now we're doing that again with the dragons.
So unhatchable eggs will be a hologram potentially.
Yep, holographics, signed, sealed, and there's going to be some other really cool stuff with the cards that we're not releasing right now.
Shush.
Yep, okay.
So what you were saying something about releasing what?
It's so easy to get in and everybody knows it. So I almost need like handlers to make sure the mouth shut.
Oh, last time you guys were on, I had to get a chair just like hers because I was like, that looks like a comfortable chair. So I was like, I'm going to follow. So much better. Let's see. Disco says I've seen a sneak peek of a dragon. Can't wait to see one of Krista's beautiful backgrounds behind my dragons. Nice. And you have a 101 Samurai General NFT.
So this also goes with the story. So it's not going to make sense until you read the story. But the Samurai General is going to come at the very end of the Dragon Mint because he's going to bring in the Dark Dragons. So, instead of doing, where the last mint, whoever mints gets him, we're doing it where every egg mint is an entry into this raffle to get him. So if you mint 5 eggs, you get 5 entries. If you mint 1 egg, you still got an entry. It only takes 1 to win. So someone is going to win this, and it's going to be a 1-of-1, very special painting that Frank's going to do of this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So it'll be a fully custom PFP of the Samurai General. And so each egg essentially is its own raffle ticket, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you have, that's how many chances you got to win this guy, and he'll be in the collection, and he'll bring in the Dark Dragons.
Yeah, and he's not going to be raffled off until the end of the hatching. So we all got to wait for him.
Now this is the outline of the Samurai General's outline.
No, this was actually there's the original Samurai Squirrels that invaded the old Series 1 contract. We just used this as the silhouette of the
Oh,
Samurai
okay.
Scroll, just to show that that's what's coming. No, he's going to be, so like those canvas prints that you saw, the way Hoplite looks, the way Sonya looks, like those full-blown character designs of
Where are we at here?
yeah, like that's it. That's you could see the way Hoplite looks or the way Sonya looks in the corner. Like you could see that they're very different. They look more like the characters from the book or the animated series. That's what the Samurai General is going to look like. It's going to be a full-on custom, and there's only going to be one of them in there because he leads the Dark Dragons into battle.
Awesome. Yeah, I thought that was like that. My imagination was already like, I wonder what it could look like. That's really cool, and I love that. I love that this project. You know, you get people's imaginations going, so creative. The creativity of the community, of everybody, the art, the story, the everything looks. It's this is a fun project.
Thank you so much, Chaka. And
Fluffle fam is fun. try to say that one.
Fluffle fan.
Fun Fluffle fam. Fun Fluffle. Yeah, that's really
It's
cool.
really
That's what we're all about, man.
yeah.
I mean, if you're not having fun with all this, like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
And it's amazing because everybody gets to explore their imaginations, right? It's almost like everybody here. Most of us are all in the same age generation, all of that. But there's that kid inside us, right? The imagination, all of that stuff that you don't get to experience anymore because of everyday life and real life. But like being here and all of us being together, we really get to kind of be those kids again, right? Imagining who you are in this Battle Bunnies world and who your character is kind of allows you to do that again. I guess the same reason I love Star Wars and Harry Potter, right? It was imagined it would be an amazing childhood. Well, it's kind of a way to take us back to our Saturday morning cartoons, take us back to the stuff we remember and be a part of that world.
It's such. I just earlier today at noon my time, Pacific time, I did every Wednesday. I'm doing a Way Back Wednesday. We're talking about our childhood. We're talking about the Saturday.
Yes, I want to check that out.
We're talking about Saturday morning cartoons, the old shows, movies, the cereals we used to eat, the commercials, and I was in that mindset already before this stream. So this stream it's great to have you guys on.
Thank you, man. And it's a kind of. Do you remember Gummy Bears?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what a few people have said, that they kind of remind, like the Battle Bunnies kind of reminds them of the Gummy Bears from back in the day, right? The Gummy Bears had gummy berry juice. They would drink it. They would get their powers and be able to bounce everywhere. It's the same thing. The bunnies, they had their cider, right? The magical water and stuff. And that's what they drink to be sentient for their magic and all of that stuff. So I was like, oh, that is a great way to look. And I love the Gummy Bears.
Actually, I think it was the Gummy Bears because they took down my stream for like 5 seconds. YouTube did, because I got too into it and I just said, I'm playing the intro. You can't play the intros of Disney songs or any of the cartoons or anything. They take you down. So I was like, oh, that's the end of it. But they brought it back. So I was like, lesson learned. Sorry, YouTube.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, Spartan. Okay, so you got the Mythic Dragons. Someone say Mythic?
Yes, so we have mythics in all of our NFT collections. They're the most rare, and they're usually a 1 of 1. So, like with the bunnies, we had one in each class. There will be mythic dragons in the light and the dark dragons, and it's the same utility for all of our mythics. So, if you hold a mythic, you get a free booster pack of cards for the trading card game, which we're developing now. So. That's going to be very special to see those, and they're going to have special backgrounds that Frank painted that are pretty insane.
That's awesome.
And it's cool because mythics are the most rare. So just having that alone, there's very few in the collection, and they're unique in a sense.
But like when you put all of these things together, one of the unique, I guess, elements that we built when designing the contract and designing the way that the collection would be perceived, everything really all falls under one contract, right? So we have all of these multiple drops within the same contract. So when you look at it from a 3,000-foot view, you can actually sort by all the mythics in the same collection. And then those mythics each have a sub-drop that correlates with whatever timeline the story was told in. So when we say that this is the end of Series 1 or that this whole thing is commemorative of Series 1, thinking along the same line as the story, each of these various elements that are in the actual collection complement everything else that's going on, right? The story included. So the dragons are going to be mixed in with the bunnies are mixed in with ghost bunnies, the ghost bunnies are mixed in with hooligans. If you look at the collection on OpenSea, you can see everything that was dropped over the period, I guess, of the last 8 to 9 months in various stages.
Yeah, I let's see, OpenSea. Where can I find a link for your OpenSea?
At the top of the website.
I think it's at the bottom of the website. Yeah.
Oh, bottom of the website. The actual Battle
It
Bunnies.
should be on the story though.
What was it? BattleBunnies.io or this shore? The shore.
Both will take you.
Okay.
Yeah, that the character pins you have open, that's the website.
So right, there's the Genesis collection and then the Series 1 collection. If you scroll,
Right here. Okay.
those are both. That's our original Genesis collection. That's the Series 1.
The Genesis we kept separate, but the Series 1 is what we combined everything. So what you'll see here is what's on the floor. These are hooligans, and then the bunnies are mixed in there. So
Yeah, and if you go to Mythic on the side, like the categories.
Oh, Mythic right here.
Yeah. That's all the different mythics if you want to click on one to see.
Let's go with Thunder God.
Yeah, so that's our Thor bunny.
Oh, that one's cool.
There's only 6 of those. So they're all one of ones because they're all in different backgrounds, different bodies.
And then there's the Super Error card, which is the one that's flipped backwards.
Yeah, do you see the guy facing left in there?
Oops, I'm sorry. This one right here.
Yeah, that's the only bunny in Series 1 facing left.
Oh, I like the Thunder God ones. Let's see what else.
Wait, you were talking about 80s and stuff that reminds you of that. Go down. I'm gonna have to go back to the Mythics, right? And I'll show you something real quick.
Okay, let's see here.
Since you like that, because I grew up at the same time, man, and
Yeah, you're gonna like this one.
so you got 2 that I'm curious. Well, I'm sure you'll recognize, but there is the Goon,
Bunny of Doom.
the Bunny of Doom, and the Goon. So, do you recognize that?
Is that Goonies?
Yeah.
Is it like Chunk from Goonies?
Yeah.
Sloth.
Huh? Oh,
Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hey You Guys.
Go back one and
That's
you'll
right,
see
that's right.
one without the hat on. See with the little hair?
That's what
that's
Sloth's
cool,
hair looked
yeah.
like when he didn't have his hat on. And I gave him the teeth and everything, and the bunny roof.
Got the ice cream.
The bunny roof.
And the Rocky Road comb, because he's
And
Rocky.
the P instead of the S for the Superman, Super Bunny.
That is cool. Quick little fun fact: I just watched a documentary on the Goonies. Have you ever seen the documentary on Netflix with the Goonies and all the deleted scenes that they have?
No.
If they would have kept those scenes in there, it would have been a whole different story.
Oh, wow.
First of all, I'll make it quick so you guys can continue.
No, it's cool.
So first of all, at the very end of the movie, when Data, when they're interviewing everybody, and Data says the octopus was the scariest part. I never knew what that was about, but there was an octopus scene when they go to the pirate ship. There's an octopus in the water that they fight. They cut that out. You can see it sometimes on cable, but usually it's cut out of the movie. And then that part where Sloth pushes up in the sewer and pushes those pipes up and you hear all the crashes. Well, apparently that affects a zoo, and a bunch of zoo animals are released, and there's 3 chimpanzees that love red vehicles that randomly throughout the movie are driving like a red Corvette or a red golf cart just throughout the movie that they cut out. There's pictures of the chimpanzees, the suits, and there's like drawing, like outline of what they would have been doing in the scenes. It would have been a totally different movie.
They need a director's cut or something.
Yeah,
they released that.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of deleted scenes. I was surprised. I was like, oh wow, I would have been. And there's another part at the end when Sloth asks, or when Chunk asks his parents, he introduces him to Sloth, and he's like, he's going to live with me, because in the movie, he just like they don't speak on that. He's just, okay, you're going to live with me, and it's cool with the parents for some reason, but he actually does ask the parents, and the parents, give him a look like, what?
Oh man, what is that documentary called? Because now I got to watch it.
I believe it's just. I'll get the right. I think it's just the Goonies documentary on Netflix.
Okay, I gotta watch.
Yeah, if it's not, I'll message you the. I'll message you the title.
One of my favorite movies of growing up as in my childhood. I saw it in theaters, man, when I was a kid. I loved it. Always wanted to be a Goonie.
Yeah, that was out like 85. I want to say. I want to guess 85ish, somewhere around there. Yeah. My first movie I seen in the theater. What was your guys? So was that your first movie you've ever seen in the theater?
No. Oh my God. I don't even know if I'd remember what was my first movie that I saw in the theater. I saw Empire Strikes Back as a kid.
Oh, that's
So,
Mine was either Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast, but I can't think of which one.
but I couldn't tell you what my first movie was that I saw when I was a kid.
mine was E.T. I talked about this earlier today too. Mine was E.T.
Oh, wow.
My dad took me to go watch E.T. and it's supposed to be all fun for the kids.
I was going to say, that was intense.
E.T. scared the crap out of me. I was so afraid of E.T., but I didn't want to make my dad feel bad and be like, yeah, that scared me. No, I was like, that was the best movie ever, Dad. So what does he do? Being the good dad that he is, he goes and decorates my room in all E.T. I had the poster of when E.T. walks out of the closet and he's wearing the different clothes and a wig right there. So when I wake up, that's what I saw. And I was like, I'm never going to the restroom at night. And not only that, and then he also gave me like a big bean bag of E.T. that just scared me, sat in the corner and just looking at me.
Oh, man.
That's when the ET cereal came out. So he only bought me ET cereal to go to wash down my nightmares. I guess ET was horrible. I mean, it was a great movie, but it's terrifying.
It is scary, especially the whole medical part. That part gets creepy.
I think that's what got me. I was just like, yeah. I tell my kids that, and they watch ET, and they just look at me like, that was a great movie. Sorry, I went off on a
No, it's all right. I love the all movies of our childhood, man.
Check out Bunny of Doom also.
Bunny of Doom.
Under the
Mythics.
Like
Go to the Mythics.
You got to see if you recognize this movie now.
Yeah, which one is that?
Bunny of Doom. Jeez.
There's a hint in the title.
Is it Indiana Jones Temple of Doom?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Kali Ma.
Nice.
Remember Mullah Ram?
Yeah. Oh, you even got. That's cool.
Yeah, he's got the stones.
So those were how the mythics kind of work. They were so few, and they were like something iconic, and all of that, and looked different than any of the other Battle Bunnies in the series.
Yeah, that's really. I like that. The attention to detail on these is awesome, man. But Seth, my man, ET scared me too. I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. Thank you.
Definitely not.
And his heart lit up, and you can see inside his body. It's freaky. Anyways, Jaws was my first. Disco says Jaws was the first movie. E.T. phone home. Yep.
He hasn't been back to the beach since.
We just went to Universal not too long ago. They still got the Jaws going strong. Still, it looks old, but it's still there.
They still have ET at the Universal here by us. They still have the ET ride.
Yeah, the ET ride's really cute.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You actually sit in the bicycle with the basket, and ET is in front of your basket, and it's a bunch of bicycles inside, and it's kind of flying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went on that when I was younger, when they had it over here at the LA one, because I do remember it, but I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah, it's the only original ride at the Universal Orlando one still up.
And at that time too, I faked it again. Told my dad that was great. The whole ride, I was like, I do remember.
So if you want to check out another cool component that we threw in here, if you just clear the data and go to the hero section.
Heroes.
Oh, that's right.
Click novel. So these are actual characters in the book, right? So there's Jackbeard, there's King Harold, Narf the Mad, Queen Christikin, Sonia, Hoplite. These are some of the main characters that are actually associated within the book itself. So we decided to, we got to have them as part of the collection. So while Frank made that next level, I almost call it like, you remember video games when you turn it on and it has that little video at the beginning and it's super awesome graphics and you're like, this is going to be the best game ever. Yeah. And then you actually start playing and it's like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Not that the art sucks, but the two different art styles itself are very distinctive. But it was very important that we wanted to have the characters in the novel be a part of the Series 1 collection as well. So they're part of the hero class. There's also ultimate heroes, which are special designation for utility for people who collected all sorts of different ones within these sub collections. So we've been able to utilize this overall series 1 in so many different ways, and everything intertwines with itself, including to this point with the dragon eggs, right? So Krista mentioned that the Valkyries each got a dragon egg. Each egg is actually assigned to a specific Valkyrie.
Oh, you can see the eggs in the collection now. Actually,
yeah, you can. If you click on the egg.
I apologize, John. I didn't know if I didn't see.
You don't have to apologize. Mike Jackbeard here sent me a wrong link. I've been just waiting in some other random waiting room. I've been, it was at 8 o'clock here, ready to go, and Jackbeard was like, "Here's the link for you."
Oh, okay.
He's on to me.
So Jackbeard is Mike's NFT right now. Did you guys get to pick them, design them?
Yes. So actually, here we'll take it. Go back to the hero section.
Okay. Let's see here.
And now go to Ultimate. Yep, shut off novel and click Ultimate. These are 50 Ultimate Heroes. These are all the communities. Anybody who earned an Ultimate Hero by collecting all 6 classes when we first released the Series 1 collection, they got an Ultimate Hero free, which meant that they could sit with us, go through the whole collection, pick their traits and design, build their bunny, and name their bunny. What, Krista?
There's Disco Fur.
Oh, Disco Fur. Yep, that's Disco's bunny. He built that bunny, and they all got the exclusive Hall of Heroes background that I painted live with everybody.
You can see the novel characters in the background on that painting.
Oh, nice.
And now that's their character in the Hall of Heroes as a hero. So they literally, these are 50 bunnies built and named by the community, and it became it's part of the Series 1 collection now.
And that Jessie Rose one looks amazing, and that's Miss Firefly has a Ultimate Hero, and that was actually, I think, named after her grandmother. So it's really cool to kind of see. Jessie Rose has got to have something, I feel like, in the next part of.
You got to see the stories Miss Firefly wrote about Jessie Rose, and it's cool, man. It's really cool. She tied a bunch of bunnies into it.
I'm jealous about that background, man. That I do not have an Ultimate Hero background.
I know. Don't bring it up.
Let's see. Seth says Ultimate Heroes rule. Disco Fur. Laura saying Jessie Rose is the ultimate hero. Eddie T in the house. What's going on? I appreciate you showing up. Smash that like button. That is a man of wisdom right there. Appreciate it. If you guys do.
Let me do that right now. Let me do that. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to smash the like button.
And then here it is. That's a hard name to pronounce. Abysmal. It's so simple after you say it once. Okay. The Hall of Heroes looks so good. That's cool.
I see all you guys here and commenting and all of that, but there's only 8 button smashes thumbs up. So come on, Fluffle fam, let's get it. Everybody.
Last time we were here, it was awesome to see because it started off at like a certain number of subs and like pushed you over 1,000, and now it's like even more, man. So I've started since we've the legit.
Fluffle fan. It's so hard for me to say. They showed a lot of love, and I really appreciate that. But the more likes, the more interaction in the chat, the higher this video gets in the algorithm. So more people out there will get the opportunity to see this project. So, but I did want to ask. Okay, so you guys designed these ones. This one, the Jackbeard is Mike. So why'd you go with the pirate? Is that telling something about yourself, or why'd you pick pirate?
So when this whole adventure started, we had to obviously pick various classes, and when we were building out the Discord, we had different battles that we were having, and it was just it became okay. Well, I can't be something the same as everybody else because obviously we want to attack each other, right? It's part of the fun gaming experience. So when this whole thing started, Frank asked me, he's like, look, pick a class, throw a character together, build a story, and let's work with it. So I took some time, built the story, ran it by Frank. He crucified it, dissected it in every way, shape, or form. No, but like bottom line is that was really the birth of Jackbeard and the story behind it. And then when it came time to design the character, sat down with Frank and just ran through all the various traits that the pirates had. I believe we actually added one in that process at the very beginning, which, you know, added to the 489 total traits in that Bunny Series 1 collection. So the eye patch, the beard, you got to go with the beard for pirate. And then, you know, one of the links behind the storyline was the rabbit's foot, which is almost a memento of his victims.
Oh, nice.
And so, like, this is the series. This is essentially version 1 of Jackbeard, and there's a full-blown character design version of Jackbeard because
we gotta see that.
The story.
We
I
gotta
don't know
see
where he is to see that.
It would be in the website and under the art, I think, right, Mike?
Yeah, if you go to the art, you can actually see Frank's sketches, and then if you hover over it, you'll see what
Have
the
it
final
open,
version
Chaka,
is.
the character pins. The next tab over. That's the
And
website.
it was under art.
Yeah, the
Let's
art.
see.
It's in the project.
Artist gallery.
Yep, there you go. So now you can see. So the one all the way on the bottom right.
Yeah, if you mouse over Jackbeard bottom right,
Hover over it.
Oh wow.
there he
And
is.
so that's version 2 of Jackbeard. That's the novel, the actual novel version of what Jackbeard looks like. So that was the evolution, right? He was a part of Degenerative. Mike built him like that, picked his traits, and if you look, I recreated him in an animated version like that with matching traits. So that's like Jackbeard come to life in the novel.
Wow, that looks awesome. Let me go back and. Oh, wow. Yeah, those look so cool, man.
And so, like, if you look, there's Sonia, right? Go back to the series 1. You'll see Sonia.
Series,
that's Sonia.
this one.
Yep, and so there's her, but she's also in the series 1, right where Jackbeard
Let's see.
in the open sea.
Let's see.
So you're right there. You're
All
there.
the way on the right.
All the way on the
Oh,
right.
right here. Okay.
So that's series 1 version of Sonia. She's one of the main characters in the story, and then that was her novel version of her, right? Like the upgraded.
Wow. Is this character? This is Narf the Mad.
Yep,
Right here?
that is my character, and so like he's there too. If you look at him, so that was the original version of him, and then we evolved him based on like the story and how his character came to life in the actual novel.
Okay, so how did you come up with Narf the Mad? We asked Mike about the pirate. Now, what was your
It's
thoughts
really
behind
so it really, I guess, is part my personality, Narf is actually just Frank backwards. So it was that simple. When I wanted like a Viking name when we started building the Battle Bunnies world, and I added the umlaut over the A, and I was like, he's Narf. But the Mad is kind of like, I guess there's part of me that's got to be somewhat insane to like come up with all of this in my head, you know? And I am off the wall a lot of times just talking to me, and Krista could tell you after 16 years of being with me, I'm a little bit mad, right? So essentially that just seemed like the perfect character and perfect representation of myself just in the Discord, in the Battle Bunnies world when we were building it. And he actually then became this really amazing character, the way Greg like developed him in the novel. And that's how he came to life. And I was like, well, I have to create his novel version, right? What would he really look like in the animated series or in this world? And based on his tale, like the way he is in the book, it's like that's how we went from here to that version of him.
That's cool.
Yeah, Narf lives in the Forest of Delirium, which once you go in there, you pretty much lose your mind. You're not sure where you are anymore. You don't know how to get out. And a lot of bunnies, when they meet Narf, they either just end up being his friend because they give up trying to get away from him, or they just lose their mind talking to him because Narf is just nuts.
That's cool. And then we have Queen Christikins.
We do, but she's not anywhere else.
I have her. She's not finished.
Frank
She's got to
does not
finish painting.
care about me.
I do. I love you. I just got to finish painting her. I do have her character
I get
version.
left out of the amazing artwork he makes. So
There is a version of Queen Christikins. I think, Krista, you actually threw the Queen on, rightfully so. Like we was like, yeah, it's Christikins.
I did not throw
no, it's
the
Queen
on there.
I
I originally had a jackalope pelt on her head.
Right.
And when you guys wrote the story, she became the queen.
Yeah, but of course that's how it has to go. So originally, Christikins was the leader of the Valkyries, but in the story, she's actually married to King Harold, so she's the queen. And Miss Firefly now has helped out and now become the leader of the Valkyries. That is a big part of the lore.
There's a
I think
little scandal going on with
that
storyline in the book.
Yep, there is. It's not finalized. Like we're always like everything we do is always we're always iterating and trying to improve on some of the things that we're doing, just kind of our personalities. But on the website, there is a section just called the lore, and it's very basic right now, but it does just get you to understand a little bit about the Battle Bunnies lore, just how the Scyther water is what gives the bunnies their magical power. Frank was talking about it earlier, like gummy berry juice. I was listening in the car over to when I got here, but it does tell you about the different classes and kind of like what their personalities are, and we'll continue to update that. But that is a good way if you're not familiar with the project to jump in there and just kind of get caught up as best you can. But yes, Queen Christikins, Frank, let's get them live right now. Like, when are we going to finish Queen Christikins?
When I finish doing the dragon stuff. Deal.
Okay. All right. Dragon stuff, man. I'm super friggin' excited about this.
You can see the eggs, Chaka, on OpenSea now.
Yep.
The ones that were airdropped to the Valkyrie holders, Spartan holders, all of that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
check
cool.
out that Scyther egg. Check that one out.
Yes, which only came to Spartans. So if you were a Spartan Genesis holder, you got to claim an egg, and that was airdropped to them now. And only Spartans have this Scyther egg, which is legit.
So it would be these eggs right here?
Yeah, well, you could just go to the overall and just do recently created.
Got it? Egg Scyther? Yeah. You were there, yeah.
Yeah, eggs. Oh.
Just because you got to click out the novel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So those are the eggs that were airdropped. So the
You can
Spartan
see the
holders.
dragon inside. If you open that up, the Scyther egg.
Oh, yeah. That is cool.
And that I painted live too in the Discord.
Look at that. You can get your hands on one.
Yeah, those look really cool. And it really literally looks like you can get your hands on it. This looks so 3D.
Yeah, but I think what you're saying, the reason I came on here for sure after, I made sure that I got here after Mike gave me that wrong link, is because we have a Valkyrie, we have a Viking, we have a pirate, we have a Spartan. I mean, I'd love another Spartan here, Chaka, but I mean, get the Scyther egg. Technically, we'll accept you into the Spartan clan.
Oh, if I get the Scyther egg, I'll be accepted into the Spartans.
Well, you're accepted, man. Appreciate being on this stuff. But yes,
So-
we'd have to balance it, right? I think that's this whole thing here. None of us are the same class.
What class did you pick, Chaka, when you joined the?
Shaman. He picked shaman.
It was a shaman, yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, there's specific eggs that come from the shaman lands.
But it was a shaman before I really got into it, and then started reading everything. I like shaman, but my interests are changing a little. I'm like, man, these are
Okay. Wait, you'll meet in the book. You'll meet the shamans. They are a interesting, rambunctious, debaucherous bunch.
Now, John, did you have an NFT, or did you have one also?
I got a lot of
He's
the
got
NFTs.
the NFT. He is Hoplite.
Yes.
Oh, Hoplite. Okay, cool.
Yep. That's my name in the Discord. Just thought it was a cool little bunny name. Yes, I wouldn't call it the NFT, but I would call it, I'm very excited about having it. If the version 1, you can see it has the green sword of Cernunnos, which is very important in the actual novel and in the book, and you can see that's the actual cover of the book. It has that same green sword.
What was it under again? Not
Hero.
Hero. Yep.
Was it Mythics?
No,
Hero.
Heroes.
Oh, Heroes.
Yep. Oh, yep. There it is.
Novel.
And it was this one right here, Hoplite. Yeah, that is awesome. So did you pick any of the attributes? Was there a reason for the rabbit's foot or that
I feel
particular
like-
sword?
I mean, I feel like Jack Beard is my daddy, so I will give that little info into that world. So,
We gotta cut that part out of this.
Don't you
No.
forget it.
Make a gift out of that.
yep, no, Jack Beard's my daddy. I'll say it again. But no, I think there's if you look at the novel and stuff, there's some. It's very similar to what we did. So actually, we did this after the fact on this part, which was very cool. I think one of the things about this is there's so much with this project, and that's what's awesome. That's what sets us apart in a major way. And the downside of it is there's so freaking much. But that's not a downside in the reality of it. But what Mike did with this contract and is no friggin' joke. We started this whole project with these handcuffs and the constraints that we thought we had to have in this NFT world. And the reality is this dude just figured out how to do his own smart contract and do it in a way where we had dynamic metadata, where we could actually, instead of saying Battle Bunny number 1771 or whatever it was, it could now say Battle Bunny, or it could say Captain Buggy, which is a ghost bunny that was named by Travis in our community. So it has the ability to actually name in OpenSea, and that helps us. The whole thing revolves around the story and starts with the story. So this really helps us because there is a lot. It is, I wouldn't say complicated, but there's a lot to the story, but this really helps integrate people into the story and be a part of the story, which is literally is the whole thing that we want to do. We want to co-create the story with people. And that's what's really made this thing magic. I think most stories that you would read this, you'd look at this off a bookshelf and you would read this and you would think that some single writer sat in a room in a cabin and 3 years later this thing kind of came out. This thing happened in like 8 months when we all kind of got together, and that's kind of like the whole power of this community and this co-created adventure that we're building together with the Battle Bunnies.
That's such a cool concept, man, because you have your whole community. That's a bunch of different ideas, and to see them implemented possibly into the story of it is super cool. And to be able to name now, is there any like I guess filtering of the names? Is any name go, or is there a certain criteria they have to meet?
There's no Donald Trump or Nancy Pelosi's either way. Like that stuff has to stop either way.
We haven't had anyone not fit into the story so far. Like we haven't had to say you can't use that name. Everybody loves like the bunny puns, so there's a lot of bunny puns like Hopalong Cassidy and stuff like that. It's a very family friendly environment, so we have that vibe since the beginning. So we haven't had to even talk about that.
That's cool.
Obviously, like no cuss words,
Yeah.
But I mean,
the way the
everybody
Discord names are, you just don't know if I don't know if abysmal was a cuss word if I'd have to like read it right, but it's not. You know that, but you just never know what Discord names.
I'll tell you what. So we have. I'm gonna just because we're talking about that. I don't know if I could trick on it, but like
Colin, is
right? Yeah. So in all the other Discords, his name is complete asshole. Colin, right, is complete asshole. That's his Discord name. But because he knows we're family friendly and he's a big part of the Fluffle and loves being around us, his name is Business Attire CA. So it's essentially he put on his business attire and comes in and just made CA. And I just thought that was hysterical and so clever, right? Just expect like that family friendly vibe, but we still know who it is.
That's awesome. That's your guys' community. It's just fun. It's just fun.
They're amazing, dude. It really is magical, and that's a word I keep putting on it because there is something magical about the family and the community that was built here, and the love that everybody has for one another, and the feeling you get just spending the time around everybody, and how much everybody looks out for each other and supports each other is insane.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna. My wife and kids are back home. I have to help them paint. I'm sorry, but I want to do a stream one of these days, maybe on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, if you guys are available. And I would love to get the whole community, whoever would like to jump on and just make a just hang out, because this is a fun community, and you guys got a lot to share. That would be cool. Set something up like that.
Yeah. So I'll just throw the mint details out there real quick too before we wrap up. So our holders will be minting first, but the mint is open on Wednesday, April 12th, 4 p.m. So we'll be on Twitter Space as well. Feel free to hop on, Chaka, if you have.
Okay.
Yeah, man, dragon eggs, excited.
Cool. And you guys had a lot of updates, so much from last time, and it was a little over a month.
What?
So much in a month. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, we had to kind of go through the whole year with you the first time, so
yeah.
That's how we roll, man. We're hopping every day, all day.
So any last want to go over anything else before we
no, man.
sign out here?
Go paint.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Are you guys sure? Because I really don't want to go paint, but but I appreciate you guys. It's always fun having you guys on. Yeah. The Fluffle fam came in strong. They showed a lot of love. I appreciate that, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Get this video out there. I really appreciate it. And anytime you guys want to jump on again, just hit me up.
Thank you, man. It's always awesome hanging out with you. It's such a great time. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
All right. You guys all have a good one. See you next
Appreciate it, man.
See you
Yes.
Oh, before you guys go, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification too. So every time I put out another video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. I'm Chaka Crypto, and I will see you guys in the metaverse. Peace.
Chaka Crypto, you're entering the ChakaVerse. Chaka Crypto.